to finally start the recording.
I thought you started to okay, we're good. Bear with us, folks. This is
Yes.
you know,
Okay, so go ahead, Troy. We're loving it.
okay. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for participating and attending in what we call the F.A.N Club, Fathers and Nutrition. These are men, fathers that are connected to the Juice Plus Inspiring Healthy Living mission. And today we are going to discuss the importance of nutrition and what it means to not only us, but to our families and those other individuals that we all come into contact with. Today, in addition to myself, we have an amazing speaker. He is a high school coach. He's coached at many levels in basketball, and he's also a motivational, inspiring speaker. And we're just so privileged to have him today, but Mr. Vince Carter. And we also have scheduled Mr. Rory T. Edwards, but Rory, he's actually at a track meet in Las Vegas, pouring into some young folks, as he always does. So we're not sure if he's going to be able to jump on, but trust me, we have a lot in store for you. But we're going to get started because I know Vince has a tight schedule also, Dr. Shavers. We're going to get Vince on first so he could bless us with his knowledge and his inspiration, and then we'll move on to the first video after that. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right. Mr. Carter, welcome.
Good afternoon to everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you today to share some opportunities that come across my way and being involved with you and talking about Juice Plus. I want to follow up on the thing that we're talking about, and that's about fathers and the impact that they're having as it relates to what impact they have in their life. I want to share a short story with you. I ran across a young man recently and the term blended family, some call it stepfathers and I call it blended. I don't like the term step, but it's just a personal thing. A blended family. And it was Father's Day most recently. And he was doing a document to talk about what Father's Day meant to him as his blended fathers were standing there. And he read all the accolades and talked about what he had done for him. But what really capped this off for me was at the end of that, he asked this man if he would adopt him so he could officially be his father. Now, to me, that is ever so inspiring as to what the role it plays. From that opportunity, we can build our future based on what we do right there. That's about example. That's about integrity. From there, he could build this young man. He will then build the next family. I have taken on blended kids, and they have been hopefully blessed by what I wanted to bring to them. I know I've been blessed by them, and they are mine, and I am theirs. There is no such thing as a separation. We get mad together. We celebrate together. We borrow money. I don't pay any money back though. I absolutely do not believe in paying money back. I'm the oldest. I was here before they got here, so they owe me. My oldest daughter still owes me $20 from 15 years ago that she did not give me back. I'm gonna get that money. But that's what this is about building a journey and a relationship of integrity and inspiration. And looking at now I'm gonna tie that to Juice Plus. In order to build that, you have to have right mind. That's what building the right body, taking care of the temple that you have. So when you're out there selling Juice Plus, you're not just selling a product. You're selling a lifestyle. You're selling a legacy. You're selling a difference that's going to be the difference in someone's life. It's never about the sale. It's about the impact. It's never about being different. It's about being a difference maker. It's never about just interaction. It's about relationships. This is the most important thing. From that, if that is your foundation, you can build anything you want from that as an organization. You have a great product, a fabulous product, but it's only as good as you will make it be. It's not the amount of people that you expose it to, but it's not the product. It's not just the product. It's the relationship that you build that makes the product valuable to the people that have the opportunity to get it. My children are blessed by my efforts, right, wrong, or indifferent. Troy said I was a fabulous dad. I'm not sure about that, but I do know that I've been a very trying dad. I've been an effort dad. I've given everything that I've had in order to give them the best opportunity. Do we always agree? No. And I like that. I like that we don't, because I certainly don't agree with them. But they're proving to me they don't agree with me either. But what it's about is building a culture that they could grow from, giving them, showing them by example. I try to do things that they have a choice. They can say, well, this is what I told my daughters when they were younger. I gave them their first hug. I gave them their first kiss. I took them on their first date, and I gave them their first present. So every man that comes behind that point has to measure up to what I did. And I spent a lot of money, and I mean, an awful lot of money, because I wanted to make sure the bar was really, really, really high. That they knew that this is what manhood really looked like. And from that, I built on how you take care of yourself. You know, your hygiene, your diet, your physical fitness, your mental capacity. That was led from me as dad in trying to make sure they had the right tools in order to succeed in life. And what I find in Juice Plus is another tool to keep that mind and body strong, that we can go on and make the best decision. You look around the world today, COVID-19 and all the other diabetes and things that you talk about, we're trying to live healthy lifestyles. We want to make sure that we're here. I want to be around to see my kids reach that pinnacle of success. And I want them to be able to see their children meet that same thing. So that's why I'm encouraging all of us to make sure that we sell not just the product. Let's don't get so excited about the sale. Let's be more excited about the impact that we make in somebody's life. I would tell you that you're making a difference. You are truly difference makers. And it's my pleasure that I have the opportunity to spend some time with you. Thank you.
Hey, Vince. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Again, I'm ready to go out and go back downstairs and pump some iron. You know, you got me all pumped up. But you hit it on the head. We're difference makers. It's not about selling someone something, because there's a lot of people out there that sell a lot of stuff.
Right.
And I don't. That's one 4-letter word that I don't like to use, because I like the 5-letter word of sharing. I like to share what Juice Plus brings to everyone. And as you said, the mindset that you've instilled into your children has made them who they are today, so that their kids and their grandkids are going to be a product of what you've already instilled. And that's the beautiful thing that a father can do. We set the tone, whether we know it or not. Dads, if you're listening out there, you are setting the tone. And our kids will emulate what we do, what we say, definitely what we eat. So when we introduce Juice Plus early, the earlier the better. Dr. Bill Sears will tell you, 6 months, the women are taking the powdered capsule of the veggies and rubbing it on that infant's gums. So that baby is starting to get the craving for vegetables. And there's been many stories, those same babies that have grown up and now have their own families, they're Juice Plus families. Again, this company's been around, Juice Plus, for 25 years. We invest in people's lives. This is what we do. This is not a fly-by-night. We are what we say we are. And we put on the label what we say is there. This is NSF rated. What we say is on here. This is a nutrition label, folks. All of our products have these labels because it's food. Okay? It's food that you're putting in your body. Fruits, vegetables, berries, 5 different omegas, complete shakes, okay? Fruit bars, we have it all. But I want to touch on one thing before we get into our video. We're talking about setting the tone for our kids. Kids age 4, get this around right, age 4 through undergrad and college. Okay, they can participate with an adult sponsorship in our Healthy Starts Family Program. That will give that child or that young adult, if they're in college, 4 years of Juice Plus at no cost. You name one company that is investing in the children like that, and please let me know, because I want to call them and congratulate them. But this is what Juice Plus is doing. We are pouring into lives in over 25 countries, soon to be in Mexico. This is what we do. This is how we are inspiring healthy living, literally globally. So I hope that you are inspired by what you have heard thus far and what you are going to continue to hear during this Fathers and Nutrition event. But again, thank everyone for for tuning in. And if you can, in the chat box, please put your name, your email, and whoever invited you to this Zoom event. And thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for showing up and taking time out of your Saturday. But that being said, Dr. Shavers, if we can get on to the next video.
Okay, and so you would like to share Stephen Ritz, is that correct, Mr. Richardson?
Yes, the super dad, Stephen Ritz. Yes, yes.
And just so you know, Stephen Ritz has agreed to be on one of your next calls. Sometime.
Yay.
You see, Gay, why you gonna make me cry, Gay? Why
Yeah. And
you
so
gonna do that to me right now? You could have told me after.
Who wants to play? You're it. My name is Stephen Ritz, and I am CEO, Chief Eternal Optimist of Bronx County. We're going to actually grow our own lunch. We're going to grow our own food today. We're going to go from seed to plate.
Tower garden is like this plant, but you don't need soil. And then the water comes up, and then it comes down and rain on the roots.
Adults think you can't farm in the South Bronx. Tell it to these kids. They're farming. For so many, food is the problem. Yet for all of us, food is a solution. We have some of the highest rates of juvenile diabetes and juvenile obesity in the nation. And we can change that. We absolutely have the power to change schools in this generation. I think I still see the seed.
That happens. Exactly.
You mean I can pass it around and they can see the seed in the plant? My job is to teach kids how we can grow food. And I'm asking everyone to roll up their sleeves and get a little dirty and grow something greater.
He lets us plant stuff like salad, cucumbers, tomatoes.
My 4th and 5th graders came into a classroom with no windows to build a tower garden and literally turned it into a farm. And we talked about how healthy food builds healthy minds and healthy bodies. And where are we doing it? Right here in school. So did everybody plant a seed? Yeah! The excitement and the joy that these little kids feel putting a seed in the ground and watching it blossom. OMG, as they say. This is their moment.
I think he cares about us a lot, and he wants us to learn and have fun at the same time.
I'm not a farmer, but I'm planting seeds.
He always says like seeds are like people because they need love and they grow and grow and grow to be successful people.
To use 21st century technology to generate food and to create this beautiful thing to sit by that you can actually eat is game-changing. It's empowering. They're growing. The plants are growing, and they're responsible for it. And when they know they can grow their own, they really start changing the way they see their relationship to the world and their place in it. What are you doing? You gonna eat it? Is it good? I love it. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go back and then we're gonna get some to eat now.
I love that video. I cannot watch it enough. And Troy, can I just say that my grandkids are grabbing leaves off of our towers and eating them. And so when I see that video, which I had watched before my grandkids started doing this, it's just amazing. He has fathered so many children, Stephen Ritz, and I'm so thankful for him. So, yeah.
No, amen. And again, it's just an example of the impact that we have. A child doesn't have to be your blood child for you to have an impact, because fathers is about being a father figure sometimes. I've had coaches that were father figures, uncles that were father figures, pastors that are father figures. So when we say father, we think of, the traditional father, dad. But so many men are out there touching lives, as Vince said, that are blended dads, blended fathers, stepping up to the plate. You look at the Boys and Girls Clubs, which we are a sponsor of. You look at how many men are touching young men within the Boys and Girls Clubs. So there's so many father figures out there that are doing the right thing by kids. And with this mission, we're able to touch and impact young lives like no place I've ever been. And I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran, and the dependent kids in the armed forces are great, but there's no program quite like what Juice Plus is doing for kids. And I'm so appreciative. I'm so blessed to have partners with me like Vince Carter, like Dr. Sandra Shavers, who is a part of Team Sentient. I just want to give a shout out to that team that's doing a lot of things within the company now, which I'm a part of that team, led by Dr. Shavers, and our national marketing director, who is on the Zoom. She's on every Zoom. Just a great form of support for all of us, Miss Gay Russell out of Chicago. But without these folks, I would be nothing. And I always give God all the glory for anything I do. I'm just a messenger in any Zoom event I do. And I'm just privileged to be a part of this entire mission of these like-minded people that are coming together so we can all make a difference globally in the health of everyone we come into contact with. So again, for all the partners on this call, thank you so much for inviting other people so we could continue to pour into it. But we do have, I'm sorry, did somebody say something?
That's Mr. Rory Edwards on the call, Troy.
Rory, come on in, brother. We wait. We're ready for you. Go ahead. Anytime you're ready.
All right.
Okay. Y'all can see. I guess you can see my face. I'm out here social distancing at a track meet in Las Vegas for AAU junior national track meet. Definitely going to be really short because I am sort of the conductor of this course. But the one thing that we definitely want to talk about from the aspect of fatherhood initiative is that why is our health so important? It's important because of the fact that we have to understand that for our families to be healthy and for us to be healthy, we have to make sure that the proper nutrition is a daily part of our diet. And it's a life-changing initiative that needs to be important. And as the head of a household, we need to be diligent in the way that we invest in what we ingest, because it's so very valuable to our children following what we as the leaders of the household also designate as far as not just our actions, but our words. And so just couldn't deny Troy the opportunity. He invited me, and I didn't realize this was on my schedule, but I wanted to be here to share with him and to be a part of this, because this is the new the new norm is going to be how we invest in our health. And so as a father, as a male, as a grandfather, that's actually what I am preaching to everybody, is that we need to be very diligent about what we put in our body, because that's going to control not only how we live better, but it's also going to control how we think better and how we respond to situations better. So I took a little break. I laid my radio down, but I have to get back out here in this 120-degree weather, and hopefully we can make some changes here. I'll put some pictures up later of this track meet, but it's incredible. We have about 600 participants, talking to the kids about what they are, as I watch them, what they're ingesting. I'm talking to them about the product. So I'm planting seeds all over this track meet. So hopefully people will look for me, and they'll try to invest also in the nutrition of their children, because we know track is a very strenuous sport anyway. And so they have to be in their top form and top shape to compete, and especially in this type of weather. So Troy, thank you for the invite. Sorry, I'm nothing crazy, but that's what the conditions call for at this particular moment.
I appreciate you, my brother. You know I do. I didn't know if you were Stephen Ritz. First thing I saw was the hat. I was like, did Stephen join the call? But
I made of cheese.
But I appreciate you, man. And drink some water. Drink lots of water, man.
I got gallons already in my system, but I got to keep this hat on. If I don't keep this hat on, I'll be burning. So my head will be smoked. So we good, though.
All right, boss.
All right.
Appreciate you, man. Stay safe. Stay safe, man. All right.
And everybody
Social
else. Be well.
distance. But again, thanks. That's Rory Tiev. Again, author, motivational speaker, another father-like figure to so many. I'm sure some of them young men and women at that track meet are looking at Rory and listening to every word he says intently and purposely, because that's the type of influence that he has. And that's the type of influence that all men have, whether they want it or not. So I embrace it. And I know everyone on this call, men are embracing it also and thriving in that scenario. But we have a special guest that I want to recognize that is going to be on the fan club series in August, and that is Dr. Victor Payton. Dr. Payton, if you could say a few words to the people.
Unmute.
There you go.
No, you didn't get it. Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
I was wondering how long do I have? What time is dinner?
Depends on what part of the country you're in.
Okay, I'll give you the Cliff Note version here for now. But, you know, years ago when I started Juice Plus on my own, I was an avid vitamin taker. To show you what a little education will do for you, then I'm saying, well, there's no strong history of isolated vitamins working. I took it some 5 years before I introduced it to my patients. And one day Gwen showed me a check because I was introducing the children's health study to my patients, and I got a check in. And she said, well, what is this for? Oh, this is from Juice Plus and the children's health study. I said, well, that's what I'm doing anyway. And I'm getting paid a little more for it without worrying about the insurance company. So there I started taking it. And about 12 years into me taking it, I had a mild illness called plasma cell leukemia, 1 in 10 million. So I'm very special. But I was not knowing that I was preparing my body for the biggest insult. And I've had some strong chemotherapy. In fact, one of them even relates to nitrogen mustard gas, you know, the thing that we kill our troops with. I took that with no problem, because after I got sick, I was taking triple the amount of Juice Plus. And I always tell people is, have you heard of anybody saying, I just get too many fruit and vegetables with no sugar? Well, no, but can you take too many isolated vitamins? You certainly can. I've seen it in my practice, especially with vitamin A, trying to diagnose why you got these headaches and things. So, I mean, I can go on and on, but that's the short version. There isn't anything in the world, as Dr. DuBose says, that can help you with so few side effects than Juice Plus. I mean, there's no disease that's not going to be helped by good nutrition. And I can go on and on, but I realize this is at the end of the program. But if next time, bring your lunch and dinner, and I can go over everything, which I can get carried away, and Gwen will have to take the shepherd's crook and pull me away, because when I get started, I just have to remember, I learned more on nutrition through Juice Plus than I ever did in medical school, because I study the research studies for the information for those naysayers that I can present even deeper information. But for the most part, most people don't need to do that. And that's where you have your third party say, well, let me call Dr. So-and-so and go over that with you, because there are so many negative things. And it's usually negative because they don't know what they don't know. So I won't get carried away, but as I say, I can go on and on, but I won't do that today.
Well, sir, again, thank you for your presence. And don't worry, we have 5 hours allocated for your August appearance, and everyone
Just,
will bring their lunch or dinner.
just 5 hours?
That's what your lawyer gave me. She said 5 hours. I'm going by what your lawyer said in the paperwork.
Yes,
we can amend the paperwork if need be. I got you. But folks, I'm just glad. I'm blessed. This is the type of blessings that God has bestowed on me, that I can call Dr. Victor Payton and his lovely wife Gwen, the bike rider this morning, friends, partner. I mean, I just gotta like pinch myself sometimes, you know. The other week I talked to Dr. Kim Dalzell. You know, me and her one-on-one talking. I'm like, am I talking with Dr. Kim Dalzell? After seeing her in so many videos, and I met her last year in Austin, you know, told her, you know, I'm one of her biggest heroes, and so she's my hero, rather. But it's just, this is the type of mission, the type of environment, the type of people that you surround yourself with in this mission that we call inspiring healthy living. We do what we love. And you heard Dr. Payton, he got a check. His wife didn't even know what the check was for helping people. And he didn't even realize he's getting paid to help people. But if you choose to take this on as a business partner, you can get an extra stream of income. Some people make it their primary stream of income. The possibilities are endless with this company, but it all starts with believing in whole food plant nutrition, believing in getting healthy, and sharing that story of health with others. You have to really care about people if you're going to be successful in just about anything in life. You really have to care about others, whether you're a part of a team. Everyone has their role. Everyone plays a part. And we all help one another in this mission, in this movement that we're a part of. No one's greater than the other. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what your status is. You all come in the same. And you just build. Everyone's uplifting everyone else. And it's a beautiful thing. But I really quick, I want to tell my story a little bit. Again, I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran. And for those veterans out there that are going to see this later, I'm talking to you. Because we know when we're going through it that we don't get the best nutrition. Whether or not we're eating in the mess hall, it feels like school again, where you got the hamburgers, the pizzas, you got all the bad stuff for you. They might have changed it a little bit these days, but I don't think they changed it that much. So we have to really, especially those serving in the war zones and protecting us every day, you need that nutrition for your physical health as well as your mental health. And I know a lot of you are suffering from all types of mental disabilities going on. Whole food plant nutrition can help. And I know from experience, because I've helped some veterans that are suffering from depression, suffering with PTSD. I'm not claiming that Juice Plus is the cure-all for nothing, but we have testimonies from people that it has helped. And even in the Bible says fruits and vegetables is the way to go. Hippocrates said, food is thy medicine, medicine is thy food. Okay, this is not Troy Richardson saying this. This is not Dr. Victor Payton. These are things that are written and have been written for a long, long time. So there is help out there. You don't have to turn to traditional or rely on traditional medicine. You can turn to all natural, God-given fruits, vegetables, berries, omegas. They're all there for you. All you have to do is get back with the person who invited you to learn more, not only about the products, but also about joining the mission. It is an amazing and rewarding mission. If you love helping others and you always want to feel like a doctor without going to school, this is the closest thing I can tell you. Because there's many days that I feel like I just did something. You couldn't tell me I did open heart surgery on somebody, the way they made me feel with the information that they gave back to me on how I made them feel. It's such a rewarding feeling, folks. But 8 years ago, 9 years ago now, wow, I lost my mother and my brother 4 months apart, both from cancer. My brother had brain cancer. My mom had lung cancer. She stopped smoking 30 years, and it still caught up with her. And I didn't know about Juice Plus then. But one of my regrets is that I didn't, because I didn't have a chance to help them. But I told God, and I made a promise that I would not go one day without sharing Juice Plus with at least 3 people. And I've exceeded that because I share, especially if I know somebody going through something. And I always say one of the most selfish things we can do is to not share it, because you never know who needs it. You cannot stereotype anybody, oh, they're healthy. It doesn't matter. We have to share this because everyone knows somebody that's going through some type of condition. And we have to do our part by sharing the Juice Plus stories and continue to inspire healthy living. But with that being said, I know we're getting close. I told myself we're not going to do an hour today, Dr. Shavers. I just want Gay Russell, who was on the call, no, she's not a man, but she's got a husband, so she counts. Gay, if you could say a couple words to the folks out there.
Oh, I would love to. Troy, thank you so much. I mean, I was just sitting there feeling the pride and watching that pride on Sandra's face as we just watch what you created, Troy, by Dr. Payton and Mr. Carter. And, I've been busting to want to say to Vincent Carter, and can you hear me okay? I know sometimes it's, my power card just went off. It's the fountain is going
We can
back.
hear you fine, Gay.
All right. But to say to you, Vincent, because, I met Sandra through social work, and work was, and my passion was always ADHD kids. And so often when they come to me, it's because they tried medication that didn't work very well. And so they were trying to find another solution. And there was often a lot of conflict in the family over what they were using or how they were managing or parenting. And so one parent may have wanted to say, well, we don't need to talk to dad. Oftentimes it would be that. And I'd say, no, it's so important that we talk to dad. To that child, there is no more important man on this earth of earthlings than that father, no matter what the relationship is like. And I've said to fathers that said, I have no redeeming qualities. And they said, yes, you do. And we're going to talk about how to make that connect, that you will find that one piece. And you don't have to share the problem areas if you don't, but let's just go for the one thing that can make you connect. And I remember a young guy that mom was doing everything so well. And we were, she had done all the suggestions and finally included Juice Plus and really was making a lot of progress. But I could tell there was just, he needed that relationship with dad, like I saw with so many kids. And I said, what is it about dad that just lights you up? And he said, I don't understand it, but he meditates, and so I said, how could we create that to happen? And this little guy started meditating with his dad. They started to do a 100-day series of doing small meditations. It was their prayer every day, and that shifted things for that child, that it's been amazing for the family, for their relationship, and for their future, because, we called upon that, dad, you do have something. You're so important. Don't feel like you're the outsider, because he was traveling. So I heard so much what you said, Vincent, about that importance of that male relationship. And I've lived it. Sanja's lived it, through, 45 years of social work. And almost always I've been involved with kids as I've seen that importance of making sure that both relationships are honored, because it's so valuable. So I just wanted to say, I love the idea of honoring the men and the women, but those important people, all of us, children help us to bring out the best in ourselves, right? Because they give us that opportunity to show that. So thank you all for taking time today and for the mission that you are for, for young people all over the world.
Hey, Gay, thank you so much. And I just want to give a shout out to the father of Juice Plus, Mr. J. Martin, because without that dad, none of us would be here. So I definitely want to give Mr. Martin a shout out as the Juice Plus dad. I don't know if he's ever been called that, but leave it to me to give you a name. That's what I just did. Juice Plus dad, J. Martin. Dr. Shavers, I'm going to give you a minute because I know you, Dr. Shavers, okay?
You know what? Everything has been said. I love Juice Plus. I love the fact that you created this for fathers and nutrition. And I'm so happy that men are having an opportunity to share. I don't think I need to say another word. My husband loves Juice Plus. My kids love him. So there you go. We're good.
All right, awesome, awesome. And to the partners out there, I need you. I want you to be inclusive of this fan club. Join the fan club, Fathers in Nutrition. It's fathers, plural. So I need fathers so we can move forward and do this thing on a monthly basis. Right now, we're doing it the second and third Saturday of each month. So any dads out there, please reach out to me, reach out to Gay, reach out to Dr. Shavers, and become a part of this series, okay? I'm inviting you personally right now. I would love to have you a part of this series. But next week, Vince Carter is going to be back. I believe Rory T. Edwards is going to be back. And I got a special guest co-host, Mr. Johnny Granderson, that will be joining us also. In August, again, you want to tune in August. You heard Dr. Victor Payton give you a little tease. He's going to be back for 2 Saturdays in August. It's going to be power packed. He said, bring your lunch. He warned you. So please, folks, I can't do this without you, okay? And again, I'm going to just say it like this. I give God all the glory, but I need you. This is us. This isn't Troy's event. This is our event. So let's give it to the world. Let's share this and let's touch some lives and impact people in over 25 countries. That is unbelievable. Soon to be in Mexico. Y'all polish up on your Spanish, okay? I know un poquito, but I'm good. I'm gonna learn Juice Plus in Spanish, but I'm ready for Mexico. So again, thank you everyone. I mean, my God, thank you for taking time out of this gorgeous Saturday. It's beautiful up here in Maryland, but thank you so much. And please remember, we're back here next Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Dr. Shavers, thank you so much for your support and the videos and everything. And everyone, I salute you.
Unmute and say bye to Troy. Thank you, Troy.
Thank you, Troy. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Troy.
So much. Bye-bye.